Scobie is a pawn again. Meghan borrows Harry's hand to dig more royals. In his idiotic book Spare, Harry tried to say that his family leaked negative stories to the media about him and Meghan, and that they were so awful to Meghan Markle. Of course, I wasn't there, so I cannot say for sure whether or not that is true, but I guess we can say usually there is no smoke without fire. Meghan acts and talks like she has narcissistic personality disorder. You know, though, why would William depend on tabloids and the press to form his opinions? I mean, he's a member of the royal family. Surely he's going to get his information directly. He's not going to rely on hearsay. It doesn't make any sense. As his older brother, William would also prefer to defend Harry instead of those nasty lies if they were lies. Meghan's also a thief. Reportedly, she placed one of the Queen's necklaces into her purse. She has developed a severe disorder, and now the two of them are falling, and they are falling fast. The media and the public are sick and tired of the two of them. They don't have any skills either to fall back on. Their future looks pretty grim indeed. But anyway, I don't believe the lies. I mean, Harry's book Spare was filled with them. Remember that dog bowl incident, the broken necklace? Oh, wah, wah. William went to Harry to talk to him about Meghan's treatment of their staff. Harry claimed that it wasn't true, and William was just believing some tabloid lies. So Harry then claimed that William backed down a bit, and it seemed that he maybe agreed that these could just be tabloid rumors, even though even Harry admitted that the staff would often break down crying. So the question on my mind is this: if the palace really were planting stories about Meghan, about bullying or whatever, then why would William back down and agree that maybe it was just a bunch of tabloid gossip? If he were the one planting the stories, then wouldn't he know if it was true or not? Even Harry admits that his staff would cry. Why would that be? I mean, it had to have been a really horrible work environment. I think we all know why those stories were reported to the media. It's because they were true. It was probably the staff who leaked these stories, staff who didn't appreciate being bullied. As we've noted before, though, Harry is not really the brightest crayon in the box. Now, that entire book confirmed what we already knew, that the tabloid stories about Harry all throughout history were true, that the tabloid stories about Meghan being a nasty bully were absolutely true. And how do I know? You absolutely, under no circumstances, can tell a woman who just gave birth that they have baby brain and that their problems are because of hormones. What a horrible thing to say. If she did that to Catherine, just imagine what she did to the little people, the people who work for her. And I'm guessing all the stories being told about Meghan and Harry do have an element of truth, probably a very large element. Do I believe that she wrote Charles a letter wanting to meet with him during the late Queen's funeral? Oh, I absolutely believe that. Do I think they tried to hitch a ride on Air Force One? Oh yeah, again, 100% I believe that story. Do I believe that Meghan is trying or was trying to get Dianne Feinstein's Senate seat? Again, yes, I wouldn't put it past her. Do I believe that Democrats think that Meghan is toxic and they're trying to distance themselves from her? Oh, again, yes. Do I think that she tells Harry that Diana's spirit is inside of her, guiding her? Again, yes, I think she really is that crazy. And let's not forget that reportedly she insists that WME staff curtsy to her and refer to her as the Duchess of Sussex. Again, I believe it. Do I believe that Meghan insists that people call her children Prince and Princess? Oh yeah, I'm sure she does. Do I believe that she calls up the paparazzi for a pap walk every single time something is going on with Catherine or Charles? Again, oh yeah, that is right up her alley. And do I believe that Meghan Markle has narcissistic personality disorder? Well, clearly, yes. And all of this stuff is why nobody in Hollywood or anybody with any kind of clout is not bothered with Meghan Markle. It is why we know that she's not being invited to anything, no red carpet events in the US, because who in the US is going to go for that when they know how Meghan refuses to bow to the real royals in the UK? Meghan doesn't have any power or control over the people in America, and it's probably why Oprah and Tyler Perry and any other people who tried to help her seem to not care anymore. That's why she is an absolute joke. She lives in a country that does not recognize titles, but at the same time, she's asking everybody to respect her titles. Not asking, though, she's demanding. You know what, though? Meghan Markle shows no respect for anybody, not the country, not the family it belongs to. What an absolute joke she is. Meghan Markle is a nobody. If she were not married to that idiot prince, then nobody would even know her name. I never heard of her before they got engaged. I'm gonna save my love and respect for the royal family. They didn't deserve what she put them through, and I feel so bad that they had to go through all that. And Harry was right there with her. I'm guessing his family simply could not believe that he brought home this piece of trash to marry, but they tried their best to respect his choice. I think they already realized Harry had some mental problems, but I don't believe they thought that he was going to really marry her. And he probably wouldn't have if she hadn't pulled the oldest trick in the book, pretending to be pregnant. And how could we forget how she had that dog with her at the local farmer's market? Poor thing. I mean, it clearly states on a big sign there that no animals are allowed, but Meghan doesn't care about rules and protocol. She just kept walking right on with her dog and her bodyguard. She doesn't need one, though, because nobody cares who she is. Nobody cares enough to hurt her. Honestly, I don't know what I would do if I saw Meghan Markle in public. Either I'd completely ignore her, or I would tell her exactly what I think of her. We all saw how arrogant she was to the staff on that walkabout after the Lake Queen passed. Security were just trying to do their job. That guy's job was to take the flowers from Meghan and put them with the others after checking them for any suspicious contents. She argued with the man. She said that she needed to hang on to them for some reason, but I'm sure we know what the reason was. She was just waiting for her grand photo op. But anyway, back to the issue of planting negative stories in the tabloids. I'm sure William did not personally leak anything to the tabloid press. I mean, maybe members of his staff did, but it wasn't William. He didn't know about it. He didn't approve of it. I mean, I'm sure they were leaking stories because they wanted to, because they knew the antagonism felt towards Harry and Meghan by the other members of the family. And I mean, did the other royals know about it? I don't think so. What we do know, though, is that Meghan and Harry are going to continue to use Scooby-Doo to put their propaganda out there for the whole world to see. The royal family do have staff, and it is their job to liaise with the media. But I don't believe they would consistently leak negative stories against members of the royal family just to keep the media away from another member. Because this behavior doesn't really help anybody, and it gets incredibly messy. The press is going to demand increasing stuff with each new revelation. And the number of experts or royal sources who regularly get stuff wrong, not only a little bit wrong, but completely wrong, makes the royal family staff unlikely to be the real source here. Some stories, of course, will have been verified by royal staff, but if that is what is actually reported, well, that's anybody's business. I think these stories are really just Harry trying to cover himself because he's the one, he and Meghan, who have leaked stories. And how better to try to cover your tracks than accuse your own family of the same thing? It is Harry's MO after all. Projection, projection, projection. It's been way too many years now that we've had to hear and see and read Prince Harry going after his own family. No stories, leaked or otherwise, have come from the royal family. I mean, they have shown so much dignity in all this. Never complain, never explain. I think that people can see the royal family protected Harry his whole life. Even that bullying report about Meghan wasn't released. Recently, I also read that the altercation with William couldn't have happened as Harry reported it. At the time that he said it happened, he and Meghan had already moved to Frogmore. He also claimed that he didn't know who had lived at Nottingham Cottage before him. It was William who lived there before him. What is he talking about? I suspect it was a bracelet that she lost, but she found it to wear to the Oprah interview. The royal family really should have had her arrested for theft. Another thing is that Buckingham Palace has reported that all dog bowls in royal homes are made of stainless steel. So how in the world could that dog bowl have broken and been cutting into Harry's back when William pushed him down? It doesn't make a bit of sense. As usual, it's just a bunch of smoke and mirrors, so which one is real? Let us know your thoughts below in the comments. Don't forget that I am still here with you and I am going to bring you exciting news every single day. Viewers, you are the ones who make this all worth it, so thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to support our channel more by clicking the subscribe button below with the bell button. See you in the next videos.